Today we're just going to get right into it as your favorite talking head does his best to review another television show. That's right. Today I'm reviewing Secret Invasion, which last episode came out on Wednesday, only 6 episodes long, and it was okay, but we'll go from there. Hi, I'm your host Chris Humphrey, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm just another talking head doing my best to flap my mouth as fast as I can so you get words and you go, okay, maybe I should or should not watch it. Now, you should watch Secret Invasion because it's going to be part of a bigger plot. But since my new format, it's probably going to turn a lot of people off. In this case, we're going to start with the score and then work down to how I got to it. And in this case, I'm only going to give it a 6, which means it was okay. You still should watch it. It's not the greatest show, and I think they know that. And I don't know if anything had any effects to it, but it was just meh. Right? It was good, but it wasn't nearly as good as the comic books that it's supposedly based off of, which was the biggest comic book arc of my childhood. I don't know how many times I read my uncle's Secret Invasion comics. Holy hell, I probably read them a lot. So I was excited for this, and this was supposed to be the new Winter Soldier type spy thing that Disney kept promoting. But what you're not gonna like is that it it's lackluster. That's the best way to put it. Has some plot twists and has some basic plot twists, and the basic idea of the plot of the Skrulls taking over, which is kind of what some humans think now, that the Skrulls have taken over some of the humans and politicians we have now, which might be true. But in this case, uh, it just didn't escalate further than it should have been, right? The Skrulls should have been everywhere. I did like seeing Don Cheadle and Samuel L. Jackson spar a little bit. I thought they were fantastic. It's nice to see some of these actors, but they just didn't get a whole lot to work with, especially uh, the poor person that played Hill. And then it ended, and the ending on Wednesday was just, I don't know. But it's supposed to set up the next movie. It's supposed to set up uh, the Falcons new movie and the new Captain America, and it's supposed to armor wars and all that fun stuff. But there was nothing. I don't know what to say. Each episode was interesting because there was some good parts, and like I said, seeing the actors have fun. You could see Don Cheadle and Samuel Jackson having fun when they're talking to each other, especially in that hospital scene. And you could see that they had some fun, and you could see everybody gets along with Ben Mendelsohn and all those great actors, Emilia Clarke and uh, Ken. That's right. There's a Ken in this show who plays a very big, important Skrull, and like you have all these great actors, but with not a whole lot to do. And this is hard for me to say because I like these Disney Plus shows. I like pretty much all of them. This is probably the worst out of all, but a 6 is still okay. Meaning you should watch it because it's going to be a bigger part. The next films, I just wanted more. I wanted more scrolls. I wanted more action. I wanted it all to make sense because that ending was just. That's right. I blurred myself out, but it was just meh, which was kind of weird. What I really did like about it is I did like that the Skrulls have infiltrated themselves everywhere, and it's going to play into the whole Kree and the Marvels coming out. And I like that. I'd like to see Don Cheadle play an asshole because he's a tremendous actor, and he looked like he was hamming it up a little bit, and he had a little bit of fun. The actors had fun, and that's what made some of the scenes fun. But you could tell some of them didn't have a lot to work with, so they looked lost, and that's where it just has a bit of its downfall. Graphics were good, right? Even if they time crunch these poor animators and CGI guys and all that, because okay, um, that that's that's it, right? The action sequences were good when they get going, and right, Coleman. Poor Coleman. She needed more to do as Sonya. In the comic books, they were love interests at one time. That's right. Nick Fury was a player. But there were just some inconsistencies that what was the point? Is this the point that they're going to get into for the next little bit? Okay, then maybe 3 years down the line when they're full into this phase of movies and this phase of Marvel, then maybe it's going to make sense. Then maybe I go back and watch this again and go, oh, this is way better now. And that could be the case. And that's the beauty of art, of cinema, music, and movies and television. You can always go back and rewatch and see things you missed. I'm not going to rewatch this one right away because I thought it was okay. Right? It wasn't the worst. Some episodes were bad, some were really good. But a 6, not the better. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. Let me know if you think I'm just being too harsh on it. Let me know if there was other things you thought you liked that I didn't. I just wish these actors had more to do. Maybe I'm just getting old. Old man yells at the sky, but I want the actors to act, and that's what I missed. But I did enjoy certain parts of it. I enjoyed the chemistry of the cast and the dialogue and all that crisp stuff. I want you guys to go out there and watch it on Disney Plus. You know what I'm going to say. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Producer, play the theme song to Secret Invasion, except don't, because I don't need to be sued by the house mouse. Ciao.